Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. A lot is going on in our political radar. Peter Obi is talking, he's not keeping mute at all, and it looks as if there's some sort of synergy or agreement reached at some point between the former president Goodluck Jonathan and Peter Obi, as being stated. In a moment we're going to get full details in a GV, but before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. And the former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has called on Nigerians to support the African Democratic Congress ADC to remove the All Progressive Congress APC from power in 2027 general elections. Speaking at a recent gathering, Obi stated that opposition leaders have adopted the African Democratic Congress ADC as a coalition platform, expressing confidence that more parties and individuals will join before the polls. We, the leaders of the opposition, have adopted ADC. I can assure you that before 2027, more people will join, he said. If what the opposition wants is just to wrestle power, but not to change the lives of Nigerians, count me out of it. Obi clarified that his drive in politics is not rooted in personal ambition, but in a commitment to see Nigeria transformed. I am not desperate for a political position, not to become a president of Nigeria. I am only desperate to see Nigeria change, he said. The former Anambra State governor also urged lawmakers to enact a law that prevents elected officials from defecting from the parties under which they were elected. He argued that party switching after elections undermines democratic stability and betrays the electorate. Our assembly should enact a law where nobody can leave the party after an election, Obi stated. If you want to change parties, it should be there before the election. After the election, you must be there. In July 2025, a coalition of opposition parties led by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar adopted the ADC as a platform to challenge President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 polls. And the coalition also named former Senate President David Mark as interim national chairman and former Interior Minister Ralph Aregbesola as interim secretary, while Atiku Abubakar, the former presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), is reportedly interested in the ADC presidential ticket. Both Obi and the former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Ameachi, who are also members of the coalition that adopted the ADC, have separately pledged to serve only a single term of 4 years if elected. Later in July 2025, at the sidelines of the second annual colloquium of the Associate Professor Yinka Ajia in Ilorin, Kwara State, Obi said that the presidential ticket should not be zoned to the northern Nigeria, as this would allow southern Nigeria to complete their tenure. He said, and I quote, "Why should we have a northerner again when we can easily allow the south to complete their tenure to promote unity and cohesiveness? Afterwards, our northern brothers can take up their 8 years." Obi, who was represented by the national coordinator of the Obedient Movement, Dr. Tanko Yanusa, expressed strong confidence in his chances for the 2027 elections, reiterating his readiness to transform Nigeria as a capable and committed leader. Dr. Yanusa urged the coalition to seize this opportunity and avoid repeating the kind of political error that led to the late Moshood Abiola debacle, referencing the annulled 1993 presidential election. He confirmed that Obi has already stated that he will contest in 2027 whether we get the coalition ticket or not. So we are not even contemplating whether or not he will run. But when we get to that level, the platform will be revealed. Meanwhile, let us find out exactly what transpired or what they're saying concerning what Ameachi said concerning Peter Obi and GEJ. Tanko Yanusa, a member of the Labour Party and a strong supporter of Peter Obi, has stated that the former president Goodluck Jonathan should back Obi for president in 2027. Now, in an interview, Yanusa stated that the former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Ameachi recently revealed that Peter Obi was the only governor who supported Jonathan during the 2014-2015 election period. Tanko said that said this is why Jonathan should now return the favor by rallying support for Obi in the next presidential election. In Tanko's words, and I quote, former governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Ameachi, said that Peter Obi was the only governor who supported President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. This is an opportunity talking about the praises of another opponent. He said Obi was the only one, even when they were trying to remove Jonathan. It was only Peter Obi who stood by Jonathan. And so he is invariably saying that this is the time President Jonathan too will repay that particular gesture by calling on everybody to come out and support Peter Obi. I can tell you almost for free that if Jonathan does that, that's a good one. It's not only fatherly, it's also brotherly. And just imagine those who love Jonathan transferring all their love, their vote, their care politically to Peter Obi. That's a massive one. Even though there's been so much hype or so much talk about the fact that Peter Obi won the 2023 election by Baba Chalawa. But that's in the past. We can't undo the past, but at least we can avoid the mistakes that was committed in the past. So if you ask me, I would say that one good turn, they say deserves another, but let's call a spade, and let's say the way it is. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan only served a term. He has every right within his reach. He has the right to be voted and be voted for, right to vote and be voted for. He only did a term, and no one should deny him. But some political analysts have been saying something that is giving me cause for concern. Some of them said that if you want to look at how Jonathan ruled, that Jonathan did 2 years in the first term, even though it was a joint ticket, because of the passing away of Yaradua, late Yaradua, the Nigerian president then. And then he got himself elected properly, which is 4 years. And then he now was about going for the proper 8 years, and he didn't make it in the second time. And some persons are saying that if this calculation goes in favor of Jonathan, that this National Assembly could work out something that would remove Jonathan, that will make Jonathan ineligible. I was wondering why. And this guy just explained it in a way that, I didn't see it coming. He said all they need to do is to change this constitution instead of 2 terms or for 4 years. They will say if you've ever done one term single term of 6 years, if you've ever done 6 years, you're no more eligible. And if you look at it properly, Jonathan have done 6 years. He did 2 years in Yaradua's time and did 4 years in his time, which makes it 6 years. So he can no longer be fit to run a second time. So all they need to do is wait till 2026 and enact that law, and Jonathan will be kicked out because he has done 6 years before. So anything that we're going to bring, or anyone we're going to bring out there, should be someone that the law, either when you tweak it or twist it, you cannot disqualify such a person. And if you ask me, Peter Obi matches that person perfectly. If you want to turn the law upside down, Peter Obi qualified. He qualifies on every count. But then again, let's say it plays out. Let's meet in a conversation and discuss what's your take. Have a nice time. God bless you.